All right, guys, I'm gonna make a video today for day 5 and day 6, mainly because I woke up very energetic and, was doing my normal routine, and then around 6:30 hit, and it was almost like, I could feel my body progressively kind of slowing down and energetically wise, kind of just tapering off. And then about 6:30, it wasn't even like I had control. My mind started shutting off and my body was starting to shut down. And I don't even know if it was my will or anything. Sounds funny, but I just got up, walked in, and got into bed about 6:30, and I didn't wake up until 7 this morning. So I got, 12 and a half hours of sleep. My body just needed rest like crazy. I get pretty decent sleep, especially throughout the fast. I try to get as much sleep as possible, because when your body's in autophagy, where it's really turning over all of your weak cells or dead cell membranes, it's really trying to recycle all the dead cell waste debris and regenerate all those cells. You are using some pretty good energy. So sleeping is the best thing we could possibly do during a fast. And sleeping is our number one thing that we should really be focusing on in general as a society. We are overtired, we are under-rested, and so I guess my body is doing some pretty good cleaning up, because I didn't even feel like I had control, and I just got up, walked in there, just collapsed, and I didn't wake up till 7. So I felt really good after that long of a rest. I felt incredible. And so waking up into day 6, which is today, I felt great, felt very rested, very clear, and I thought, okay, great. That was, an experience yesterday, and I'm gonna, have a lot of energy throughout today, and let's see what the day brings. So started out pretty good. I say a little less than normal, but then midday hit, and it, boom, just started to taper again. Much the same as yesterday's experience, and it's now close to 10 o'clock. I haven't experienced what I did yesterday, to where I had to absolutely just go and lay down, but it has been, it's been a little bit of a struggle energetic wise. My mind is okay. I'm just kind of tired. To be honest with you, I'm kind of tired documenting my 7 days in the water fast. I've been thinking a lot. It's kind of strange, unless you've embarked on an extended water fast, more than a day or 3 days. You get deep into that mindset, to where you start assessing what's really important. And I know that sounds kind of crazy just after 7 days, but it's very real. It's very powerful. These fasts are extremely powerful. By far the most powerful experiences that you can do with a fast, I believe. And now, having said that, with the extended juice cleanses, those are tools to absolutely utilize. And I believe wholeheartedly, that's what I tell everybody that I come in contact with. If you haven't done a juice cleanse, flush your body out, flush it out, get it clean to the point to now where you can start doing the water fast, where you're really starting to clean up those dead cell debris and those dead cells, and you go into autophagy for 3, 4, 5 days, and you create a lot of stem cells. Your body starts producing its own. So people go to Mexico, or they do these high dollar procedures in the United States to get stem cell injections in their shoulder if they have shoulder pain or any part of their body where they need to repair it, right? I'm telling you, if you can clean yourself out and get to the point of doing a water fast, you can actually save yourself $20, $30, $40, $50,000 on these stem cell procedures, and you produce your own within your body for free, and it's more powerful this way. And now all those stem cells are going everywhere, to every cell in your body, repairing any weaknesses you have. So like I stated, my shoulder has never felt better. It was feeling great. It was getting better before this fast. I can't describe to you how well my joints feel. I've had shoulder pain and problems in both shoulders. My right shoulder from playing baseball since I was 5 years old all the way until I was 19 years old. And I had bad shoulder problems from then, and then from working out, weightlifting and stuff. I've never had good situation in my right shoulder. That is gone away after the 10 years of juice cleansing and the now year of water fasting that I've had under my belt. Same with my left shoulder. I injured it really badly. I was recommended by, allopathic or the Western medicine that I needed definitely to go into surgery. I needed to inject my shoulder with dye and get MRIs and all this stuff that would have, put all those chemicals in my body, and then they radiate you with the MRI and cut your body and, repair all your tendons and all that kind of stuff. And I decided, no, I was never going to do it. I knew I was going to allow my body to do what it knew how to do and repair itself when given the proper environment. And so now, I can go, I've been working out and I've had no problems. So you can produce all those stem cells, and they will prioritize. Your body is very smart, but it will prioritize in your body where you need repairing. And so obviously I can feel it's repairing my shoulders. I really don't have, other than that, I don't have any aches or pains. Like I said, I broke my back 3 years ago, a compression fracture of my T11, and I can feel some pain around that section, and a little bit. I was feeling a little bit of pain around my shoulders earlier, but what they say is when your stem cells are really kicking in and working, you will have temporary kind of not inflammation, but you'll have temporary pain in those areas because that's the stem cells at work. So that's a good sign that I felt it in both of my shoulders for a little while and my back, but now that's all subsided. So I don't know if it was done repairing what it needed to, or it just needed to, do a quick touch base with those areas and then move on to some other priorities in my body. But it's been fantastic. I'm literally my own doctor. It's very powerful when you can decide to be your own doctor, and then you can undergo your own procedures, which are so benign, and they're actually very pleasurable in the form of eating fruits and juices and eating salads. And then you go on to a deeper level and you do juice cleanses, and then even the highest level you can do is water fasting. Some would say breatharianism, but I don't, I have never dabbled in that area, so I don't know anything about it. But for me, water fasting is the pinnacle. It's the top, and you see so many benefits. And you go through a process. So yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say, man, this has been all easy and fascinating, because it hasn't. It's been very, very energetic in the beginning, laser focus, and then you go through your, ups and downs, and then you go through your lulls of no energy and maybe brain fog, fatigue, but look at me now. So end of day 6, even though my body is very heavy and just wants to sit here and just turn off my mind and all that kind of stuff, I just want to just, put my phone away. I want to shut my computer off. I don't really want to even so much talk about anything, just because I'm so peaceful and restful right now. My mind is very still, and even though my body's kind of heavy right now, I just kind of just want to I don't know, be left alone almost. And that's not a bad thing, but we as humans, we like to have our space and our quiet time. And I most definitely like to. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's the end of day 6. Overall, I'm feeling fantastic, and I'm so grateful at, the miraculous benefits. I am so elated and grateful with the power of water fasting and what it's giving to me, and I can't wait to break my fast. I have one more full day, and then I'll be breaking my fast with oranges as I'm picking up 600 pounds from our wholesale producer. I'm going to go pick up another drop at Natural Grocers, 600 pounds of navel oranges, and I'm going to continue on consuming as many oranges as I can for the X number of days until they're gone. So my family's going to be eating a lot of oranges, drinking a lot of orange juice, making lots of green juice, orange juice based, and I'm looking forward to that because I want some high sugary liquids. I want some high sugary fibrous chewing and all sorts of that. I'm looking forward to all that, all those carbohydrates, all that fructose that does not spike your blood sugar, does not cause any problems. I get a lot of messages from people saying, it spikes my blood sugar, it's bad for you. That's too much sugar. We're not supposed to have that much concentrated sugar. Other things is like, oh yeah, you're not getting any fiber in your juices and all that kind of stuff. It's like, I've heard this all before. Fruit it's hurting my stomach. It doesn't make me feel good. Fruit is never ever the problem. Isn't it funny how people will attack a healthy food and the food that is designed for human beings to eat, living, raw, unadulterated, unprocessed, uncooked fruit, and they will attack the healthy foods, but they won't attack their diet, their current diet, or what they've been eating. So they won't attack the fact that even if you're a plant-based eater, they won't admit to the fact that they've been cooking their food every single meal for how many years they've been alive, or they haven't undergone a juice cleanse to flush out all that matter. So they have weak cells, they have chalked up, toxicity, lymphatic fluids, they're stagnant, and yet they'll point to the fruit that's the problem. No, the fruit is not the problem. It is exposing the problem. So yeah, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and purposely so. I know I hear a lot of people attacking the plant-based diet or the vegan diet, and hey, I totally get it with the vegan part, because vegan is not a diet. It's a movement. It's being a voice for the animals, which that is a massive, important voice to have. And I'm not knocking the vegans for that. I'm just saying the vegan diet doesn't really necessarily emphasize health so much. They emphasize not harming animals, which I'm 1,000% for. We should be leaving all of these animals alone. Nobody wants to be violated. Nobody wants their lives to be taken at all. They don't want to be abused. I mean, that's or turn the mirror on us. What if that was humans being treated that way? People would be in an absolute uproar. But no, since we've been told that it's socially acceptable to slaughter and torture and maim and, rape these animals, to inseminate them, and then just to produce more and more babies that then you take away right from birth to utilize them for their milk, or whatever it is, all the animals are absolutely being preyed upon, and we don't even see them as living beings. That's the sad part. And most people don't care because they don't see the process. They just have the end result at their restaurant or at the grocery store. They give them names like meat and all this other stuff. We're gonna have some eggs, we're gonna have some meat and cheese and some milk, but they don't call it what it is. That meat is flesh from an animal that its life was taken from it. Very violently too. There is no humane way to take a life from anything. A lot of people will say, well, it's so quick, they just slit their throat. Hey, I'll ask anybody out there, would you like your life to be taken from you real quick by having your throat slit? Right? I mean, and that's a clean version. So I kind of went off on a different road, but to bring that back, people are attacking the fruit. They're not attacking their choices to eat that dead flesh or that mucus in the form of milk and cheese. or the eggs that they've eaten, which are, it sounds terrible, but it is what it is the chicken periods that you're consuming. So it couldn't possibly be that, right? It couldn't possibly be the adulterated DNA from the cooked food of all those foods that were not meant for humans they were not designed for humans to eat. But it's definitely the bananas and the oranges and the apples and the grapes and the pears and the mangoes and the pineapples and the strawberries and blueberries and kiwis, all that stuff full of hydration and full of sugar that your body runs on. Your body runs off of all this stuff. So if you can consume the other stuff, your body has to spend and utilize all that energy to break it down and to convert it into a simple sugar. Do you see what I'm saying? Most of us don't know that we don't know, but we have to convert everything over to a simple sugar for our body then to absorb it and utilize that for fuel for our body. So cut all that out and go straight to the source where you utilize almost zero energy in breaking it down. If you, in the forms of juices, it's no energy. You do not waste any energy and it absorbs instantly and used for fuel. Boom, right like that. So no, fruit juice does not harm you. It does not have too much sugar. You can't get enough sugar from the simple sugar form, the fructose. That's what we run on. You're just gonna have more energy to thrive on. And you're gonna have more flushing properties, which is great. Clean out all those cells, clean out all those lymphatic vessels, and hydrate those organs at a deep intracellular level. We're walking around in society highly dehydrated and we don't realize it. We just think, oh, we have a headache or we have fatigue or depression or, that has a lot to do with being dehydrated. So yes, get an abundance of fruits. The majority of our diet should be fruit-based. So get into that routine, clean yourself out, and end with a nice water fast. And really see your body start to rapidly repair and heal itself. There's day 6. Sorry for the rant. Looking forward to day 7 and then breaking my fast after tomorrow. If you liked what you saw in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Any comments, good, bad, everything in between. I'd love to engage with my community. And if you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button so you can stay subscribed and be a member of my community and stay informed on all things health and juice cleansing and water fasting. And I will see you tomorrow for day 7.